While history celebrates the famous daimyo and their armies, there existed another class of warriors whose names were deliberately erased from records. These were the shadows behind the imperial throne, the guardians whose greatest achievement was that you never knew they existed. The Kusunoki clan's journey into imperial service began in the 14th century with Kusunoki Masashige, a legendary samurai known for his unwavering loyalty to Emperor Go-Daigo during the Kemu Restoration. What historical texts don't tell you is that after Masashige's famous final stand at the Battle of Minatagawa in 1336, the remaining Kusunoki family didn't fade into obscurity as commonly believed. Instead, they made a sacred pact with the imperial line. While the shogunate controlled Japan politically, the emperors maintained their divine status. This created a unique vulnerability. The emperor needed protection that couldn't be traced back to imperial hands. The Kusunoki survivors, with their proven loyalty to the throne, became the perfect solution. They transformed from battlefield warriors to something far more elusive, the emperor's secret guardians. The Kusunoki clan served in shadows. While other samurai sought glory, they moved unseen, protecting Japan's rulers through absolute secrecy. They developed fighting techniques that left no trace, methods to dispatch threats without leaving evidence of struggle. Their martial art emphasized silent movement, pressure point manipulation, and techniques that could make a death appear natural or accidental. They became masters of disguise, able to blend into any social class from peasants to court nobles. Their training included memory techniques to carry messages without written evidence and codes hidden within ordinary conversation. Perhaps most chilling was their mastery of potions and poisons, concoctions that mimicked natural illnesses, toxins that disappeared from the body within hours, and drugs that could incapacitate without raising suspicion. The clan's true power lay not in combat but in prevention. They established one of Japan's first comprehensive spy networks, a system of informants spanning from fishing villages to the highest levels of government. Court ladies, merchants, monks, and even children became unwitting sources of intelligence. Markets, temples, and roadside inns served as information exchanges where coded messages passed between agents who never knew each other's identities. The Kusunoki maintained detailed records of potential threats, political shifting, and foreign influences that might endanger the imperial line. Their archives, if they still exist, would contain the true history of Japan, unfiltered by political revision. This intelligence gathering allowed them to identify threats before they materialized. Many would-be assassins and usurpers found their plans mysteriously falling apart or their resources disappearing before they could act against the emperor. Their greatest victories were battles that history never recorded. Their most successful missions were the ones no one knew happened. During the Sengoku period, when Japan descended into civil war, the Kusunoki thwarted 17 assassination attempts on various emperors, none of which appear in historical records. When foreign powers began pressuring Japan during the Edo period, Kusunoki agents infiltrated Dutch, Portuguese, and English merchant communities, ensuring that imperial interests were protected even as the shogunate managed foreign relations. Perhaps their most significant achievement came during the Meiji Restoration, when Japan transitioned from feudal shogunate to modern empire. Historical accounts credit politicians and public figures, but shadows of evidence suggest Kusunoki agents working behind the scenes, eliminating obstacles to the emperor's return to power and neutralizing extremists who might have derailed Japan's modernization. Even today, some say they still exist, watching from the shadows, protecting Japan's most important secrets.